So it's a new video by American Redact, The Liver King is still hunting Joe Rogan. The Liver King is still hunting Joe Rogan. Let's go.
It's Liver King. My special guest is... It's me, Joe Rogan. I have a podcast. Okay, we're just introducing the dinner. We'll come right back to you. It's me, Joe Rogan. I have a podcast. I like to talk shit about people, and I also the Fear Factor. We know, bro. We know.
Hold on, is that a giant block of butter there? Is that butter on the table? What is that? Do you guys eat like that in America? Is that just a giant block of butter on the table? What the fuck's that? Why is there a giant block of butter there?
I like to talk shit about people, and I also the Fear Factor. We know, bro. We know.
Still challenging Joe Rogan to a fight. Why? Because you talked about another man.
Alright, so it's been about 6 whole months since the Liver King was arrested for allegedly making terroristic threats towards Joe Rogan, which, just in case you forgot about by now, involved several psychotic videos that he filmed of.
It's a pretty crazy fucking charge, isn't it? Terroristic threats. Who against? Joe Rogan. Makes sense.
Himself, where he seemingly made threats towards Rogan's life, promising to deliver a special gift for the podcaster, which ended up just being a box holding what looked like an actual firearm inside of it.
Record anything and everything. Because Joe Rogan, we don't have to make videos.
Funny thing is, I think Rogan would kick his ass as well. I don't think he could fight. I think Rogan would absolutely destroy him. I think that's the funny thing. As much as I would want Liver King to win, I think Rogan would fucking choke him to sleep. Let's be real. Let's be real. I think Rogan would choke him to sleep.
To pretend anymore. All of this is happening. We're coming to you. I've challenged you man to man to a fight. Honorable. And we don't have to pretend or make any videos. The world is watching. They'll make the videos for us. And you don't have to hold a camera. You can hold the hand of somebody that you love, because what happens next to you, you're going to need to remember that feeling. You're going to need something more than what you did. Just pulling up to the capital of Texas. Guess what? You're dead. You're dead.
So after those clips exploded online, the Austin City Police arrested the disgraced influencer, setting his bond at $20,000, which he, of course, immediately paid for. After bailing himself out, though, he was pretty much quiet on the whole manhunt for Joe Rogan thing, all the way until November 12th, when Liver King's charges were dismissed after he completed a series of required counseling classes. So since then, he's officially resumed his hunt for the most successful.
I love that, by the way. I love that. So he went through court-mandated therapy, consultation, whatever classes, convinced them that he wasn't crazy, convinced them that he didn't have a vendetta, he didn't have a fucking, he wasn't out to fucking kill and to, whatever, Rogan. And then as soon as he got the charges dropped, he's right back on it again. I love that level of unhinged. I love that level of psycho. I love it.
Successful podcaster in the world. And as you may have guessed, it's somehow creepier and even more pathetic than before. Like as you saw in the opening clip there, he printed out a bunch of photos of Rogan's face, taped them to his patio walls, and rambled on and on about Joe Rogan while listening to a supposed voicemail between a journalist and Rogan about the whole Liver King disaster.
I have an exclusive interview.
How did he get that? How the fuck did he get that?
It's hosted by this man right here, Seth Rogen. I'm just going to get right into it.
This is AI.
My social media presence named Liver King. Are you familiar with those? Yeah, I'm aware. My security team.
Okay, it sounds like AI or something. But I say this doesn't sound legit. This sounds like something made. This doesn't sound legit.
Alerted me to it, unfortunately. Okay, and based off of kind of the searches, but
It's me. I'm the social media.
How's that making you feel as far as? Well, it seems like he needs help with something wrong with the guy, and it definitely doesn't seem stable.
So he's gone full-blown psycho, because after taping the cutouts on the walls and even pretending to have dinner with Joe Rogan's cutout, the Liver King took it even further and started an actual petition online, which can literally be found at fujoerogan.com. And this petition, which was apparently signed by 100,000 people, calls for Joe Rogan to acknowledge that he talked trash about the Liver King on his podcast, and for Rogan to accept a battle with the Liver King, whether it be in the ring or in the form of debate, which in and of itself is beyond creepy and obsessive. But of course, Brian Johnson took it even further when he started making merch off the battle and marching the streets of Austin.
How much money does this guy have? Yo, how much money does the Liver King have? He hired or rented or whatever an entire truck with a sign on it, printed merch, got people to walk down. Like, how much money does this guy have? Fucking hell. He did really well for himself, innit? That fucking ancestral diet philosophy thing must have made him some good money, bro. Jesus Christ.
Yelling "F you, Joe Rogan" with a bunch of random people he gathered on the streets.
Now we're about to start Friday night.
Oh yeah, big up Gamebridge, Texas baby, big up Kirsten Mark. He's caked up, he owns ancestral supplements, Google it. So they make a lot of money, yeah? I don't know if she's like, okay, fair play, man. Fair fucking play. He's got money he's crazy. He's got money to burn and you can't tell him shit. Fair play, man. Fair play. Fucking hell. Like that truck, that's fully kitted out, isn't it? Look at that.
Christmas is a couple of weeks away and we don't have any popcorn. We're going to the store to get popcorn right now. Let's go. F you, Joe Rogan. Thank you for the support.
Oh, is it? Big up, is that true? Big up Coiler. He had millions before Liver King. But the Liver King, I didn't know that. Okay, cool. I'm very out of the law. I'm very, very uneducated when it comes to Liver King then. I thought he made most of his money through the Liver King thing. I guess not.
What are we fighting for? Family. Family? Thank you, my man. Appreciate it, man. One by one. Oh, are you going to sign the petition too? You better take a good picture. Me.
What are you doing down here?
What I'm doing down here is I'm getting people to sign the petition. You don't. Yeah, sign the petition. What's your name?
Okay, then when we do another lap, we're gonna get out and we're gonna ask you guys to join.
Okay, big up 8 Yoho Joe. Before becoming Liver King, Brian Johnson worked in the pharmaceutical sales. He was involved in wife's dental practice and notably was the founder of Braintree, later bought by... Fuck off, he founded Braintree. He didn't found that. The payment processing thing. Fuck off. Brian Johnson was one of the founders of Braintree, the payment processing platform thing. The payment processing thing for back... Fuck off if that's true. You're lying. You're lying. Really? His money's long then. Braintree's OG. No way he co-founded Braintree. No fucking way. Wow. If that's true, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, boy! Yeah, boy!
So yeah, I know it's a common saying among YouTube commentary channels to say that someone's hit rock bottom, but this is truly Brian Johnson's rock bottom. Like, the man is completely lost.
Okay. Big up Chris Mack. It's a different Chris, a different Brian Johnson. Okay. God damn. What? If that's true, because like Braintree was like a OG payment platform thing before even before Venmo, before what's that thing called? Before Shopify, Square, and something else. I remember because I used to use it back in the day. I remember there's a couple companies I used to use that. They used to use Braintree. I was familiar to it. So I think even Braintree might have been started at the same time as Salesforce, or maybe before. I think Braintree's around the same time that Salesforce was started. I'm not too sure if I'm getting my startup founding years right, but I think they're in the same sort of bracket.
His mind.
Yeah, PayPal, all them things there, exactly, but fucking hell.
After getting exposed for being not natural. So much so that he fully believes that Joe Rogan invited him on the podcast after the whole petition went viral, stating that he was going to be on episode 1836 of the podcast, which is an episode that was over 3 years old already.
Let's just Google it anyway, because I'm curious. Let's just Google it. Let's just ask Gemini. How did the Liver King make his money? Let's ask Gemini. Brian Johnson better knows Liver King. Fortune S. Well, he didn't found Braintree, but he's got fucking good money. Google says he has over 100 million in annual revenue. Excuse me? Okay, number one. The core of Johnson's wealth is a portfolio of companies that sell supplements aligned with his ancestral living. As Chris Mack said, ancestral supplements, Heart and Soil, The Fittest, Medicine Man Plant Co. His early career in dental practice before his internet fame. Yeah, this is what Coiler said. Johnson was a high-earning professional and business owner. Pharmaceutical sales. After college, he worked as a pharmaceutical rep, earning six-figure salary, roughly 100K in his early 20s. He's dentique dentistry. In 2006, he and his wife Barbara, Liver Queen, invested roughly $500,000 to start a boutique dental practice. According to Johnson, they grew the business from 400K in annual revenue to over 5.2 within 3 years. The Liver King marketing strategy. Johnson didn't stumble into fame. He used his existing wealth to hire a professional marketing agency, 1DS Collective, to manufacture the Liver King brand. The persona as an ad, the extreme stunts, the controversy for profit on steroid. Oh my god. Okay. So yeah, a summary of assets: company, supplements, ancestral supplements, real estate, 4 million mansion in Austin in the Liver Ranch, and social media monetizing accounts with $6 million plus. Yeah, you forget too, his social media also must make a lot of money because he gets a lot of views. He's very viral. Jesus Christ, big up fucking Liver King then, isn't it? He's crazy and he's got money to burn. Horrible combination. Holy shit.
Holy shit. Big announcement to make. Liver King invited onto the Joe Rogan podcast.
Is that true? Big up Chris Mack. He owns a cattle farm. Is that true too? Let's see that. Liver King. Hold on. Liver King Cattle Ranch. Oh shit, yeah, he gave a tour of it. Luxury ranch.
Powerful bunch.
Yo, big up Wildfan. I appreciate you for becoming a member, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you, Wildfan, for becoming a member for 1 month. Appreciate you. Let me just get that on there. I think we're at 170 now. Maybe the highest so far. Appreciate you. Look what streaming regularly does, eh? Big up everybody. I appreciate it. Let me actually check out this video, actually, his ranch. Let's check out his ranch quickly.
Powerful bunch.
All the places.
Yo, appreciate you, MyNuts too. Big up MyNuts too for becoming a member. You're a fucking legend. Big up MyNuts. Let's add you there too. Appreciate you. You're a fucking G. Big up MyNuts. Big up fucking MyNuts. And big up fucking Wildfan. Appreciate you. Whoops. Let's check out the ranch.
To lay down, but Liver King prefers the floor.
Yeah.
It's the best.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think there's a single room in my apartment I can do that in. Or maybe no, maybe if I lie in the kitchen, yeah, maybe there. I just want to say I don't think there's a single room in my apartment where I can do that in. I don't think there's a single floor where I've got enough space I can just do that. Lie on the floor. That's fucking brilliant. Big up Liver King.
Floor.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Yo, this nigga's rich, innit? I'm sorry for doubting you people in the stream chat. I'm sorry. But this nigga is rich. He's rich. Fucking hell.
Liver King here. Welcome to
Look at the background. Exposed brick. Look at the staircases. Look at the TVs.
the Liver King Ranch House. This is my favorite place to come and hang out on the weekends. And you'll see why.
Yeah, big up Wi-Fi. Thanks for being my parasocial smoking partner anytime, my friend. Yeah, Chris Mack. Sorry I doubted you, Chris Mack. Sorry I doubted you.
On the weekends.
Sorry I doubted you. Chris Mack and everybody else in the stream chat. Sorry I doubted you. Look at the land. Look at the house. Are you insane? Is that another house on the? What's that house there? There's an outhouse. I know this is Texas. It's probably cheaper, but still, this is money. God Almighty. This is why, like, you can't really say nothing to him, innit? Just let him just do his thing, innit? Because you can't really shut him up.
see on every wall, there's an opening
Wow.
to the outside world. Right, we have a complete opening here to the pool and to the pastures where we can overlook and see the cows.
Wow.
This is just a great room to come.
TV a bit too high for me. TV too. I think there's a subreddit for it, right? Isn't there a subreddit for it? I think there's a subreddit for TV too high. For me, TV a bit too high. A bit too high for me.
And to warm up and to play games. More windows.
Nice kitchen. Oh, look at the kitchen. Look at all the light coming in the kitchen.
And to play games.
Look from every angle. Look at the light, all the natural light. I don't think I've ever seen a kitchen with like a window that goes from like that from corner to corner. Bamba rotted.
More windows.
Look at that. From one end to the other end. Fuck.
And there's almost always something delicious cooking in here. If we don't have our farm fresh eggs that are fertilized from the farm that morning, or our eggs, we have all.
Yeah, big up David Guerra in the stream chat. That's what I was looking for. Big up David Guerra. Open plan. This is the definition of an open plan house. Wow.
Or I meant to say milk. We have all of the raw ingredients that we need that are farm fresh from here. And you can see this is where we sit down. This is where we usually have our Thanksgiving dinners.
Wow.
Our Christmas dinners. Or just like today, we're gonna have a chef prepared dinner, which is gonna be awesome.
But I'm just sat here thinking, how you living like this and like stalking Rogan? What's wrong with you? You know, this is your day to day, and you're like going unhinged over Rogan, what he said about you or didn't say about you, and like losing your mind and going to like, what are you doing, bro? Like, so, I don't know.
Let me show you the upstairs. So this is where Liver King and Liver Queen rest and have the most incredible view to the outside world. And you can see just when you walk in here.
Jesus Christ, look at that bedroom.
This view, right?
Oh my God.
Take this in.
Oh wow, they sleep on the floor. I'm not mad at that, you know. I'm big on this, by the way. I'm big on this. I'm big on having the fucking, you know, the what you call it, the bed as low as possible to the ground. I'm big on that. It's good for your spine as well. Just in general, it's a better sleeping position too. I'm not mad at that. That's a really nice fucking bed. But wow, look at the open. Oh, so good.
This is what I'm talking about. I mean, you get to see out there for miles and miles and take in the most incredible sunrises and sunsets. This is our bedroom.
What would you guys say if I said the following? I would like, if I slept in a room like this, I would really like if you had the ability to have your blinds be timed so that there wasn't a sound or an alarm, but that your blinds would open wide at like a particular hour. You could set your timer to, you could set your blinds to open at a particular time. I'd love that. So then you could wake up with the sunlight in your face and wake up via sunlight instead of waking up with an alarm. Would that be something you guys would do? Because I'd love that. Because imagine these are heavy blackout blinds. When you close them, the whole room is entirely black. But then you set them to open at like 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning, wherever you wake up. And then the natural light can actually help you to wake up instead of waking up with a fucking iPhone alarm. I think that's actually a really cool way to go. We got Coiler, opening blinds extremely unmanly. Yeah, the function of opening a blind is kind of gay in it, whether you're opening them with your arms or like pulling a string or something, you know. There's not a manly, the only manly way you can open blinds if you had some sort of like pedal on the floor, some sort of like pretend throttle, you know, or like, oh no, some sort of like you had like motorbike handlebars that you like, you know, do it that way.
All right, well, let me show you around Liver King, Liver Queen.
Oh, big up Chris Mack. Bill Gates has that in his goofy lakefront house in Seattle. You have a program pin that you wear around, and when you go into a room, it changes automatically to your preferences. Yeah, that's probably a little bit too extreme for me. I think I just in my room only. No more tech around. I think I'm not really the biggest fan of tech in your room, but just in your room, having the blinds be timed or in a timer, or that you can open via a fucking alarm. Just say that, and you can set it and say, yeah, I want it to open at a certain time. I think that'd be brilliant.
Bathroom, because it is just a spectacular view. As you can see again in front of us, it's just like the most incredible painting, but it's not a painting. Like, this is real life. We have a sauna right here to
Not gonna lie, I think his house is better than Rogan's, man. I think he's got a better crib than Rogan's.
dry sauna. Of course, we have our shower, we have our tub, We have a fireplace. We have.
And unlike Brendan's and other people, it also looks like a home. You know, I know. You know, he has a really nice crib. I think it looks better than Rogan. It actually feels and looks like a home.
Everything that you'd want to have for a place to escape and retreat to and just have the most incredible weekend. All right, so if you come out to visit me, any of you primals out to Liver King Ranch, this is where you're gonna stay, the Liver King Ranch house. But going from the big house to the ranch house, this is the rotunda. This is where you get to hang out, maybe take in a fire, enjoy the evening with a little bit of shelter.
Oh, so the outhouse is all for his fans or the people that are the top tier members, right? If you pay him the 30 grand a month, he lets you stay on his outhouse.
This guest house is an old historic house that has...
I'd take that. I'd live in that, mate. You know what I mean? Forget his mansion. I'd live in that. That looks like a house from fucking Yellowstone.
Been here for hundreds of years. Check it out.
This looks more like a Texas house, you know?
But it clearly has a different look and feel in this house versus the big house.
So you got a little orchard there behind you.
That's right. It's already producing. You can see what's actually in season and what's not in season.
He's got, and you know, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. He's got an entire farm. This is the garage.
You can tell.
Damn.
But this one's mine because it's about 2 feet taller than.
Imagine if Brendan. Oh, I want to be a. How long until Brendan gets one of these? How long until Brendan gets one of these? Imagine Brendan with this obnoxious thing, this crazy, this crazy dune buggy on steroids thing parked outside of his house and his little, you know what I mean? Oh, it would be so funny to see how the neighbors react to Brendan with this thing driving up and down the street in his little fucking gated community. Please, Brendan, get one. Please, Brendan, get one.
Yeah, maybe not 2 feet, but this one's mine. This one's probably liver queens. This one is strikers, liver boys, and then this one over here is rads.
Liver
So
child.
we go out here, we do some mudding, and man, it is a blast.
Wow, an old Ranger, an old like Jeep, whatever.
So the gym's not fully stocked right now. But once again, you know,
That's a proper bare bones gym, innit? Proper bare bones gym. Love that, by the way. Proper bare bones.
uses. If you got a squat rack, you got a bar, you got weights, you have everything you need because you are the machine. Here we are at the chicken department.
Wow.
And this is how a bird should live. Look at this.
Okay, so his money's long, essentially. Big up everybody that told me, that tried to point me out. His money's long. Let's go back to American Radar video. His money's very, very long. His money is very, very, very long. So he's going to be harassing Rogan forever, basically, right? He's going to be harassing Rogan forever.
Podcast. Fist bump pound, say it again. Liver King. The name doesn't matter, it's the message. Liver is king. Liver King invited onto the Joe Rogan podcast. Episode 1836. Welcome to Texas. We're a friendly state. Fist bump pound. So now, in the state of Texas, you talk trash about another man, you get the right to challenge.
Someone explain in the stream chat, how is one eye more dilated than the other one? Why, you know what I mean? What's going on there? What type of drugs is he on? I want that. What type of drug does that? What type of drug makes one pupil more dilated than the other? I'm telling you in the stream chat, what type of drug do I have to take that makes one pupil more dilated than the other? That's kind of gnarly, isn't it? That's kind of cool. I want that. What type of drug makes one eye twitch, one eye not?
To a fight honorably. Remember the Alamo, Joe? Sign the petition to have Liver King hosted on the Joe Rogan podcast. Sign the petition.
So the Liver King has lost his marbles and is at rock bottom for life now. Not only because he's gone absolutely insane after getting exposed for juicing, but simply because Joe Rogan only had a small part in the man's demise, and he's entirely fixated on him for no reason. I mean, sure, Rogan platformed Derek for more
No reason. Is it no reason though? No reason.
Some more dates, who single-handedly ended Liver King's career on that very podcast. But other than that, Joseph doesn't really care about him or even mention him that much.
Once it's over, you're fine.
It's crazy for you to be paranoid because you're like one of the people that should be paranoid. You have like Lizard Man coming after you or whatever his name is. What is it? What's his name? Lizard guy?
Liver King.
Liver King.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, if anybody should be paranoid, I should probably be a little paranoid.
It was truly the Netflix documentary of the Liver King that came out early last year that made him self-destruct.
It's interesting how he doesn't have more smoke for Netflix, isn't it? You don't really hear him saying he's going to take Netflix to court and shit. It's interesting. That is an interesting point. Why doesn't he have more vim, more smoke towards fucking Netflix? Or even more plates, more dates guy? I don't know. Weird.
Because apparently he put a lot of...
Yo.
It's an eye injury from a Elastic Man snapped LOL.
Oh, really? Oh, big up Martins. Okay, cool. So I have to get a elastic. Okay, I don't want that. Anyone that's used one of those fucking elastic bands when you're working out, right? They're not, you know, when those things, when you lose grip of one of those and they smack your head or face, it's not nice. It's not a fun time. I thought I could get that in a pill form or some sort of powder, you know? I didn't think I need to injure myself. Okay, now I'm not interested. Now I don't care.
His own money into the production, but as soon as it was released, he realized that it painted him in a negative light, as they made his steroid usage the main point of the documentary. And funny enough, Joe Rogan was only in that documentary for about 5 seconds long.
Solution to come from that.
Yeah, the Liver King thing drives me nuts because that guy's on steroids. Well, just shut the fuck up.
Well, so
I know he's eating really healthy. It's clear he's eating all these animal foods, and you know he's eating organ meat, which is very rich in nutrients. All that's true, but he's dodging the main bullet.
The only other time Joe Rogan talked about Liver King was actually after he got arrested for the alleged terroristic threats, which Joe talked about in late August of last year with his guest, Fedor Gorst.
Yeah, if you don't have haters, you're not doing anything right.
Right.
You know, if you're...
I'm sure you have a lot of them too.
I'm sure I do. Yeah.
What was that crazy guy that was... He was trying to fight you or something?
Oh, the Liver King.
Yeah,
that poor unfortunate guy.
And when that topic was brought up to Joe, it seemed like he felt sorry for Liver King, but at the same time, he blamed him for his own downfall, which is what most people would have to agree with. I mean, the Liver King sold supplements on the promise that people could look exactly like him with his ancestral lifestyle, claiming that he was all natural at the same time, which is obviously a pretty dirty thing to trick your customers with.
Yeah, like ultimately that's too much of a lie, man. That's too much of a lie. I guess it got him the fucking traction that he needed to get, but that is too much of an insane lie. Like, you could say it contributed to how you look, fair. Talk about your fucking if questioned, you know, admit or asked, you know, admit what you do. But to say that your physique comes entirely from eating raw meats, like, come on, brother. Come on, man. That is a lie too. That's a lie too big. That's a lie too tall.
I don't know, man. He just got it in his head somehow or another that I was responsible for what was wrong with him, that I was a bully to him, which is crazy because all I did was point out what was like super obvious, like you're lying about being on steroids. Like, hey, don't lie about being on steroids. Don't be a public person, and no one will say that. It's that simple. You got to take personal accountability for errors that you made.
But to be fair to Liver King, who in the fucking comedy world takes personal accountability for errors they made? Y'all niggas always blame somebody else, man. Y'all niggas are allergic to fucking personal accountability and ownership. Come on, man. Get out of here.
I think there's some substances involved, if I had to guess, that led him down a bad road, unfortunately.
Rogan also went on to blame fame for Brian Johnson's fall from grace, which is probably another reason why the Liver King seems clinically insane now. Because if you guys remember, at one point in time, Liver King was the biggest influencer on the planet. Like back in 2022, he was really all anybody could talk about. He was raking in $100 million per year off his supplements, and he was pretty much on top of the world. Then after getting exposed from Derek for More Plates, More Dates, that massive fan base all turned against him overnight. So all his comments were flooded with hate, and it drove him into a deep state of mental instability.
But it's also fame, man. It's not, you know, I'm sure you experience it because you experience a lot of haters from in the pool world, but fame is not what people think it's going to be. You know, you think, I'm going to be famous and life will be easier because people know who I am. No, life is going to be way harder because now you're under the microscope.
Oh, for sure. You can go in
24 hours a day. And this is a guy in Brian, who calls himself the Liver King, who was not famous most of his life and then decided, I want to be famous and I have this great body. So what I'm going to do is just like tell everybody they have to eat liver and sell a bunch of supplements. And he made a lot of money selling a bunch of supplements. And then it's kind of not tell the truth about steroids. The problem with that is that physique is not achievable in your 40s without some help. It's just not. It's just not. It's just not.
One thing you can push back with on Joe here is that he's...
Is it not achievable or just not achievable in a short space of time? I don't even know if that's even true. Like, if a guy in his 40s who's comfortable decides to get ripped and get jacked, it will take him longer, right? It will probably require way more work, way more discipline, way more sacrifice. But I'm sure you could get that jacked if you tried in your 40s. If you had the money and the time to do so without taking fucking steroids. I'm not sure if I even buy into this idea that any person that looks incredibly jacked or vascular, let's say, is always on steroids. Sometimes someone just works really hard and spends every single day in the gym, does fucking 3-a-days. Forget 2-a-days, they do 3-a-days, 7 days a week for the next fucking 5 to 10 years. Maybe it's possible. Maybe it's not, but I don't believe this idea that it just always has to be steroids. I think that's also a little bit of a weird, I wouldn't say a cope, but it's a weird thing that all these rich guys say as a way to kind of keep people from doing it. I don't know. It just seems a bit strange. I'm not too sure if that's really true. I'm not too sure if that's actually true.
Actually close friends with a bunch of people that lie about steroids, like John Cena, who is most likely blasting and is lying about it, in my very honest opinion. Like, John Cena's always claimed that he's natural and has never touched a PED, but in reality, if you ask anybody on the street, they'd all say that he's more than likely injecting just about everything under the sun. But that's fine with Rogan somehow. With that being said, though, John Cena never tricked his audience into believing that they could look like him if they bought his bottles of supplements, which is probably the bigger reason why everyone turned on the Liver King in the first place.
There's nothing wrong with being on something. Like, here's the thing, it's like, if you want to be an influencer online, it doesn't exclude you from taking, if you're a person who takes testosterone or even there's guys who have huge followings who are clearly on anabolic steroids. They just don't lie about it. That's all it is. Like, it doesn't make you less famous or make your physique less valid. No one really, I mean, there's going to be a few people, oh, he's a juice head. But the reality is most people are just like, wow, that's really impressive. But what people hate is when you mislead them, when you pretend you're doing something that you're not, especially if you're also selling supplements or selling a lifestyle and telling them, you know, about your ancestral tenets. It's just...
At the very end of the day...
I think Rogan's a wrong messenger. He really is. Because I think a lot of these guys, especially podcaster guys, they do sell this vision of fitness that isn't really rooted in that reality, you know? Like, I guess cold plunges have become more affordable these days. Saunas are more affordable these days. But in the peak of when Rogan was saying that how they were so important, your regular guy on the street can't afford a fucking sauna. They can barely afford their gym memberships. Let alone a gym membership that has a fucking sauna included, or one at home. Your regular guy maybe can't afford to go to gym as often as you do because they work a regular job and they have a family. So I don't think they account for those type of things when they talk about, oh, get yourself up from the couch. Don't be a loser. Don't be a bum. Don't be this. Don't be that. It's way easier for them to be fit and jacked, for them to be fit and healthy, because they have the money and the resources and the time to afford to do all those things than for a regular dude on the street. So I think sometimes even their messaging that they put out there, it can be a little bit misleading, a little bit insulting, and not really rooted in reality of most people's lives. But to be fair, nowadays, if you want to be jacked, there's so many resources out there. There's people buying, you can buy steroids and shit off the internet, off a fucking dark web and shit pretty easily. It's not that hard to get a hold of it. There's plenty of people giving you literal step-by-step instructions on how to inject it, how to do it, how to stack it, what to take, giving you breakdown and reviews. The looks maxing. You know what I mean? So nowadays there's probably no excuse if you want to get jacked and big. I just feel like sometimes, it's unfortunate when the public, I don't know why again it happens like that, but people I think people maybe love the idea of a Liver King, because it is kind of wild that people bought into the idea that he was like that because he was eating meat. Maybe it come off the back of him. Maybe to be fair to people, maybe we shouldn't insult them too much. Maybe the whole Liver King thing was a good timing, because if I'm not mistaken, didn't Liver King come around the time where people were doing the all meat diet anyway, that Rogan was on, the fucking protein thing? Wasn't that around the same time? So maybe people conflated Liver King saying he's eating raw meat and Rogan, every other people saying that they're on this like
powerful bunch.
Yo, big up.
Liver King preaching eating liver while on roids kinda reminds me of a guy who preaches about carnivore diet to be healthy and feel good while he's on TRT and shoving turmeric up his hole.
That's the one. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't they say the early benefits of the carnivore diet are more due to the elimination side of things than they are due to the fact that you're eating only meat? I remember somebody very important, I forgot who it was, maybe it was Peter Attia. Big up Peter Attia, he's really good at those type of things. But I think Peter Attia and somebody else said early on that the carnivore diet gains that people feel are more to do with you eliminating other things in your diet than they are to do with you just eating meat, and it's not a long window, it's a very short window that you see the benefits of being on a carnivore diet. Not the all meat diet, sorry, that sounds a bit pausey. Not the all meat diet, the carnivore diet, than it is the other thing. But again, it's like, regular person, can you afford to eat carnivore all day, every day? I don't know. But yeah, I guess you can get yourself to blame. We are saying here, everyone got in the Discord, let's have fun. let's all run the cycle. Yeah, big up Black American. Yes, random show is short-lived and the extra fat not good. Okay, cool. Big up Black American. Appreciate you.
This whole saga really isn't about Joe Rogan at all. Rogan didn't destroy the Liver King. He didn't orchestrate some coordinated hit either, and he definitely didn't ruin his life out of spite, like Brian Johnson says. Brian Johnson did that all by himself.
Agreed.
He built an empire on a lie, and then completely lost grip on reality once that lie was exposed. So this is all just the behavior of someone who cannot accept that the spotlight moved on and took his relevance with it. It all collapsed the moment the curtain was pulled back, and what we're seeing now is just the aftermath.
Got to take accountability. That's you made mistakes. If you didn't make mistakes, I'd be celebrating you. If you were like this guy who's like, there's a bunch of people that we talk about on the podcast all the time that I know are on juice, but they don't lie about it, and no one gets upset at them. It's real simple.
Right.
It's just, it is what it is. But that, it's a guy who's just take a lot of heat, and he also funded, I think he had at least had a part in funding this Netflix documentary about him, which I didn't watch it, but I heard it was not flattering at all, and it made him seem kind of insane, and that probably sucked. And then after that, he was mad at me, but again, fame is not a normal thing. It's not normal, and if you don't have personal sovereignty, if you don't understand yourself, truly understand yourself, not just trying to project an image of what you like people to think of you, but who you actually are.
Right.
That's where you get in trouble with fame. And then also reading haters and reading the comments and wanting people to love you, which is probably why a lot of people get famous in the first place.
Sign the petition. In the state of Texas, you talk shit about another man, he has the right to fight you. Joe Rogan, sign the petition to see the fight, to see me on the podcast. This pound, what do we do? For who? Family, that's right.
Jesus Christ, that was the most unenthusiastic mob or crowd ever, man. Fucking hell. Big up Liver King, though. Big up Liver King. You gotta do what you gotta do, innit? You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do.